Whoa.
Hello. Oh,
Go. Let's keep an eye on that. I'll just talk to you. It's now streaming custom on live. Guys, we're early by 3 minutes. Well, so we started the show. So if you're hanging with us out on the YouTube, thank you so much. I'm excited. You excited? I'm excited.
I'm thrilled. I'm all choked up.
So can you wait? So let me get this. So I'm going to mute myself. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. All right. So you don't need to hear me twice going over this thing.
Yeah, that echoing thing was really trippy.
Yeah, you got a slight echo, but I'm good. You get an echo?
No, I turned the reverb all the way down.
Okay. Let's see who's
Still echoing.
Yes. We've got a chat going on too. So everybody wants to get in there. You can chat. There we go. Whoa, here we go. We're gonna talk stuff, man.
There we go. Am I still good looking? Okay, cool.
Okay, so share screen one. Switch that over there.
Okay.
I'll sit there and go. Do this one first. Stop the share. Okay, let's go. Let's kick that off. Get out of here. Welcome, everybody, as we're starting the radio portion of the show. And get that out of here. Mute media player. Move our stuff over here. Good to be with you. Welcome to WTF. It is the radio's still going right now. We're double time. We're simulcasting on both YouTube and also the radio station.
Then like a good three-way.
Yeah, 99 WNRR, guys, boys and girls. It is time for the What the Format show here on 99 WNRR, guys. It has been one heck of a trip. It's been one heck of a ride just to get to this point. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for being part of this. Of course, could not do this without my partner in crime right now for the show for I don't know how many episodes we're going to be going. Hopefully it's for a few years. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Joe.
Hello. Thank you for being here. The suspense was just building and building and building.
Well, I mean, this has been this the trials to get a simulcast going are I mean, I can tell you right now, they are about as stressful as they get. And I still don't have my coffee. You have your coffee yet?
No coffee. But
No coffee.
yeah, I feel for the stress. It was, yeah, about as much fun as a hemophiliac and a sticker bush.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, that one over.
Thank you.
Yeah. Here all night, folks. Tip your wait staff.
Yeah.
Try the veal.
I'm getting used to all this. I got a whole brand new bunch of buttons and stuff. But so we have all these segments that we're going to do for you guys. We created like about 20 different segments that were going to be part of this program, and we're excited to bring them all to you. Got people clapping and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning. I certainly enjoyed the beginning. I love the opening. It gives me just like a lot of energy. So there you go. Thank you to the team for putting that together. Absolutely.
Great opening. Gets the juices flowing, gets everything pumped.
It does.
Kind of makes me want to have a Taylor ham sandwich. I got to tell you that much.
It's cool. Of course, the amazing band Overkill with Welcome to the Garden State, which is just exactly who we are. And I've got a couple. So we're going to kick this off with always we're going to do the news first, right? So are you set with the news? I've got a couple.
Oh, I got nothing.
I got nothing. Okay. Well, I'll just fire it off. Some weird news. Here we go. I got coffee now. Welcome to What the Format News here on 99 WNR. These cool little typewriter in the background so people know what's going on. So we are broadcasting now on 99 WNRR live and also on our YouTube channel. So thank you so much. And we are going to be adding the website, WTFcast.com is going to be coming up soon. And that is my Java for tonight. So, it's going to get crazy. We talk about a bunch of different things, but we also love to take a look at some of these really cool things that have happened. And people now, of course, the past holiday weekend, there's all these different things that go on. But one thing that was one thing that I always found amazing and kind of stupid to actually have it on ESPN, which is kind of funny, is the annual cheese roll in Cooper Hill in Broxworth, England. Have you ever seen this, dude?
Yeah. But wait a minute.
What was that? What's this? Ding ding.
What's this channel called? ESPN?
ESPN.
Do I have that channel?
I don't think we do. So
go on.
Have you ever seen this thing?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? There's like people that snap legs. They roll down this. It's almost like, I'm going to say, a 45-degree hill. And you can't stop once you get going. There's people go end over end. I've seen legs get snapped, arms get snapped, and this is supposed to be recreational. Well, anyway, that was run down this week. This guy, Tom Kepke out of Munich, Germany, won, all for the glory of following a big roll. And believe it or not, it's a 7.5-pound double Gloucester round cheese. Do anyone know the price of that? Because is it really worth that much? I always found it fascinating that people would actually do this. I always find it. Why? What's the propensity of people wanting? Now we do some crazy stuff in our days. Yeah, I can't understand why this is a big thing here.
You need something to do.
Is that before really? Are we that bored as a society? We need to follow a big roll of cheese down a friggin' hill.
Before the interweb ever came about, you know, people are like, what are we going to do today? I don't know. Here, what do we got? We got a hill. We got some cheese. Let's have it do a couple shots and let's see if we can roll down the hill faster.
I thought that was cool. Oh, this thing happened, which was kind of scary. Found out something that happened in Colleton County, South Carolina, close to where my daughter lives. Actually, a misbehaving monkey in South Carolina was actually spent the weekend on the loose. 15-year-old named Bradley finally got captured on, I believe it was Sunday night. They finally captured. Officials said that they were able to immediately extract enough of the antibodies to make and complete the 1101 serum. So everybody out in South Carolina, you're still fine. So don't worry about that. And why does everybody get worried about that? That's one thing that I cannot understand. People always get freaked out about that. You know, they see a monkey and all of a sudden it's like outbreak.
It, they need to worry. It's something to do.
There's a couple other things that go on, but we're going to tell you what we do. We talk music all the time. How we met, we're going to go into that a little bit right now. How we met was I was looking for a job. We were spry young lads of what were we, 22?
Yeah, something like, yeah. So it was like 10 years ago.
20, yeah, 20.
We were in our
Like
20s.
20. It was back in, I believe it was 87.
No, had to be,
Sure was it before
no,
that? 86?
no, no, it had to be
Later
like
than that.
88, 89.
Yeah, it could be 80, 89.
Well, when did New Jersey come out? By that
Jersey came
band
out
of
87, I believe. It could have been 88. It could have been 88. I don't know why we're talking about New Jersey Bon Jovi.
well, no, because that's the timeline which adds to the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a Monday morning, and I got up to go to the place called the Mall, and of course worked in one of the cooler stores, Tape World.
Yep.
And said, "Oh boy, let's go to work." And it was like, "Oh, by the way, you got someone starting." "Oh, okay, cool. I'll meet him. We'll see what we can do." And yeah, let's stroke Mike's ego for a minute. And I walked in, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Mike Tramp works here." I was like, "How you doing? Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm Mike." I was like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Joe. Come on in." And then first thing, "Oh, okay. So what do you listen to?" And he whipped out, "Oh, I listen to this, listen to that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. All right, this is a store about the size of a closet. We sell tapes." End of story.
It's pretty much it. It really was the size of a closet. And I remember, were we wearing those were we wearing those jackets the first day?
No, well, yeah, it was not the first day. You, like I said, you had the jacket, you had the long coat, you had the scarf. I think you had the
That's
boots.
true. Yeah, no, I did have the boots. I did have
But no, I had like cowboy boots,
yeah.
bad ones, and you had like boots. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man.
Yeah, I had black. They were fringes, so I mean, you know, I was looking the part, playing the role, so to speak. As
Yeah, and what was sad
stars.
was the management frowned upon us because we didn't look like Joe Executive with the tie and the white shirt and all that, which was still baffling to me.
But
But
here was the one thing though that I always remember: we cranked that place up to it became like a destination.
oh
People
yeah,
music blaring out of this one little corner store right next to the J.C. Penney in Woodward Center, New Jersey. For those of you who have ever traversed into New Jersey and been at Woodward Center, we were actually this one corner store right next to the JCP, and we were cranking our own music. We didn't care about corporate. We cranked it, and it became a destination. People were hanging out.
the in-store play tapes. God, I hated those.
Exactly.
Climbing the charts this week, a young Debbie Gibson. Let us hear Electric Blue.
Yeah, we completely. Greg Bryan in there on the chat room with New Jersey was released in 1988. So there you go.
Okay, then yeah,
It
it
was
was
Show of
88.
Hands. Yeah, it was also, I remember, because we did the show of Hands by Rush came out as too. So
Yeah, because we had all the posters in the in-store things, and I remember when Bon Jovi came out in New Jersey came out. I was like, "All right, Mike, we got a whole bunch of displays. You told me you're an artist. That's what you're doing today. That's what you got paid for."
did corporate ever tell you about, did they ever get to you about that? Did they ever come in and see what we did to their stuff? We were just supposed to hang it up, and we started making blow ups and 3D stuff out of everything.
Yeah, it's like, no, let's make this. They kind of liked it.
They did. I never knew if corporate ever liked that stuff.
It wasn't like, oh wow, hey, but it was just like, wow, not bad, because it was promoting product. It was, getting people in there to get Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Of course, there was me pushing that obscure, unheard band that we had one tape of, trying to push that all day long. But no, it was like an instant click.
Yeah.
And we talked about music, and of course the one band was like, "Oh, you're a Kiss fan?" "Yeah, I'm a Kiss fan." It's like, "Oh no, you're not." "I'm a Kiss fan." You're like, oh no,
You have that Kiss disco song.
oh yeah, oh my god, it just oh my how
What?
well, first of all, how I didn't get my teeth kicked in
I
just
have no idea.
making fun of people on a day-to-day basis was just amazing. But yeah, the people coming in and all that, it was straight out of Clerks. And
Yeah,
it
it
just
was.
it was, hey buddy, how you doing? You got that that Kiss disco song? That's a good tune.
Yeah, that's basically what we got out of it. So,
And
but that,
yeah,
and you got to understand, for those of you who talk about the New Jersey scene, and this is why we use Overkill's song and why we talk about all things that New Jersey, and that's what we're going to get into in this podcast and this radio show, is we are going to bring a lot of stuff because we kind of we kind of went all over the state, done like a ton of things together. And it was around that time of big hair, big music, concerts, the whole nine yards. I just happened to get into a local band because of you. In Union. People never talk about that. And those of you who are tuning in from the band, people who love the band Impact, if it wasn't for Joe, I never meet those guys and become their singer. So it was because of you that we had all that extra fun.
Oh yeah.
And that was a blast. And the support that we had in that band was amazing. And we did a ton for being together like a year and a half, because I think it was just a 2-year run total. I think it was done after 2 years. I think we did all this stuff. Yeah, we did all these shows, and Joe wound up being like the fifth Beatle. Like, he was the guy that was always there with the group. It was kind of like pseudo managing, making sure everything was right. The band was there. So he introduced everybody, and then Joe's part of the 4, which became 5. And then we had Mike as our manager. Capizano came in, and then it was like the 6 of us.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and basically I wanted to be part of the band and do as little as humanly possible, but just still be part of the band. Stand with the guys, look cool with the guy. Yeah, look cool with the guys with my fashion sense, and do everything shy of being on stage and attempting to play an instrument, which I cannot do.
Well, I do remember that you were actually up on stage. You did announce the band a couple of times.
Yeah.
I know that you did learn the lights at Studio One in Newark, and you were working that as well. And
the place in Metuchen.
Metuchen, was it, or Denellen Theater?
Denellen Theater. There you go. Denellen Theater.
So these were all of these venues out in Jersey, which we used to play. We used to be Escapades in Jersey City, Studio One, Club Benet was a big one for us as well. And I still have I got to show you this. I have to show you this because this crossed my path just the other day. And I was going through this and I said, oh my God, he's going to love this for the first show. Check this out. Ready? Well, first of all, oh yeah. The little love gun. Love gun lunchbox.
I did not know Kiss had merchandise. Where'd you find that?
Yes. So as we do that now, watch this. I can pull this up to the camera. As you can see, what does that say?
Trixter, Club Benet.
Trixter and Impact, same type size, double bill. This is before they released the debut album. And if you guys can go over to the YouTube from listening, by the way, thank you guys so much for staying in on the radio side. We are going to play some music tonight. This show is basically talking about all this stuff and then adding a lot of segments, because we do listen to and experience a ton of music in all different formats, which is why this was born. And it was actually Joe that came up with this idea. A format, because the one thing that he would always say when we were working together at Tape World was, I've got that
on disc.
On disc. On disc.
Do you have? I got it.
I got it
on disc.
So there you go. So there's the proof of the pudding right there. There's Trixter with Impact at Club Benet. That is June 7th, 1990. That's just prior to the release of their album. And good old Pete Tertia.
I don't remember that show. I remember the sound check. I remember Trickster doing the sound check.
Yeah.
I don't remember that show.
And there were two Club and A shows. Or there were two. There was the one that we were doing with American Angel. And then there was the last one right there.
With Trickster.
Was Trickster. Yeah. That was the one just before they did the album release show. So that exactly was kind of like the launch show to that. Yeah, we play with American Angel and then we play with Trickster. Those were the two.
Club Benet.
Club Benet. Great stage, great sound system, great place to go see a band. Now torn down again with just with everybody else's place. But these are the places that you'll get to know. And when we talk about these things, you guys tune in every week. This is what we're going to be talking. So you guys can reminisce if you were part of it. And if you weren't, we're going to show you pictures through the year. Follow us on our socials, because starting tomorrow, we're going to start doing our posts of all these different things, the vinyl that we listen to, song of the day. We're going to have a smash or trash. We might have one tonight. We're not sure. Smash it or trash. We have funny things like Miss Effects's Irish drinking tips. You're going to get a blast out of that one. So she's got that. She'll be coming in a little bit later in the program. So we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. And we actually we did the homework. Joe and I did the homework. All these different segments, these different ideas to come to fruition. We have one called Guess the Food, which is going to be fun. We're going to be talking about great cover songs. Joe has a great one called fantastic cover songs that people don't know. Celebrity albums, which is hilarious. We have another thing called 6 Degrees to Cheap Trick, kind of a takeoff of the Kevin Bacon, because you wouldn't believe how prevalent Cheap Trick music is in everyone's life in some way, shape, or fashion. You could do anything. You can like a piece of salami and somehow you can link it to Cheap Trick. Somehow everything leads back to Cheap Trick. You thought it was Kevin Bacon. It's really Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
So, let me see. What are some of the other things we got? Let me see. What were we doing? We had a couple more. Oh, by the way, for those of you who want to pay attention, the brand new issue of Total Order magazine is being worked on right now. Yes, the comeback issue is coming out. That is going to be awesome because it's going to be 20 bands that you want to pay attention to. I got a ton. I have got notes here. I have got so many notes. This whole book, by the way. Yeah, that's right. House Stark. So many notes of this stuff. Oh my God. Let me see. Oh, there we go. We're going to be talking about segments, vinyl of the week. We're going to be talking about Smash or Trash. We're actually going to play a little game in just a few, which you guys, we're actually going to start giving away our swag because, hey, we got to promote. That's our job. But we're going to start giving away our swag to you guys. So we're going to get you a official WTF mug, and we're going to fill it with some goodies and send that to you. So if you want to stay in the room, we're going to pick somebody in our chat room, and probably about, let me see, it is now 9:18. Let's do it at the 9:45 hour. We'll pick somebody, we'll play the show is called Sports Ball. And what that's going to be is Joe loves sports. Actually, he did go to a hockey game.
I went to a hockey game
and really liked it. So we're getting somewhere. But when it comes to sports, that's moi. That's what I like.
Yeah, I grew up with Housewood Sports, and I watched sports, and of course I played sports, and I know the basics. But I think it was the fact that I'm awful with names, why I never fell into the whole sports thing, and I got tired of my teams losing, and then I discovered music, and then got a VCR. So then I was like, okay, that's it, we're good. But yeah, not nothing against it, nothing, but yeah, not too knowledgeable there.
We get stuff like Guess the Food, which we're going to talk about, like some of the diner food that we used to eat at 2:00 in the morning. At what was the diner in Union?
In Mark Twain.
It was more right. The Mark Twain.
go to
I
the
thought it
Twain.
was the American Diner.
No.
Is that later on? Because that said that there's one there called the American.
I
But it's the
don't.
Mark Twain.
It was the Twain. You went out and it's like, all right, diner, and it was at the Twain, 1:30, 2:00.
Oh, it didn't matter.
Yeah, fries, cheese, gravy.
That was coming home from the Gold Post or JJ's, right? In Scotch Plains on Route 22.
That was the Route 22. That was the Scotchwood. Or if you were hip and cool, like the rest of us, we called it the Crotchwood.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That was the one that was right there.
Right.
Shh. Forgot about that.
The goalpost.
The goalpost. The goalpost. JJ Rockers, the goalpost, a couple other things. What was the other one?
The clubhouse.
The clubhouse, Shooters 22.
Yeah.
Interesting clubs that we used to hang out. But those are some of the places and stories that you'll hear over a period of time. We're going to have, and here's the other cool thing, we're actually going to invite some of these friends in on the conversation over the course of this show. Even some of the guys that we used to play with. We might have some of the old bandmates. We might have people like Mr. PJ Farley. We might talk to Mr. Steve Brown. We might talk to Mr. Rocco Furio from American Angel. We might talk to Fred from he plays with Steve in Wizards of Winter. But all these guys, these local Jersey guys that have gone on to do all these cool things. We're going to be talking about Pete Lauren's new single. We're actually going to it's going to debut on Friday, but we're going to play it here on a Smash or Trash for next week. So make sure you get a hold of that. It's not out yet. I tried because I was like, dude, come on. But he's keeping it close to the vest. So Pete Lauren will be playing that. Who knows? We might have Pete on for a little bit for the show, along with PJ. It'd be great to have all three of them on again. Get them all in the same room. Word is, I think they're talking again as far as possibly doing something. So that was kind of like quiet for a little bit, but word is they're kind of talking right now.
Anything's possible. I just saw that Xenon got together and played in Rawway recently.
That was one of the coolest things. Did you see what they did? On their page?
Yeah.
Okay. That was awesome. That was awesome. They were very, very cool to do that. They were great. They were a great band. I was actually telling a guy that I work with today, who's a big musician, and I told him about how I fell in love with the bass player Xenon because here's this beautiful girl, and man, she's better than any other bass player out there. I remember going with Scott Richards, our bass player at the time, and I looked at him and he looked at me. I go, dude. I felt bad for him. I said he's a great player. I mean, he's playing with Jet Boy now, so he can play. So, but he lays a nice fat sound. But I was looking at him, he's looking at me. We're looking at this girl that is playing stuff like she was Billy Sheehan before Billy Sheehan came out.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that was before Talus. Remember a band called Talus? That was Billy Sheehan's band before he joined DLR. David Lee Roth band with Steve Vai.
No, I remember we were in the car. We were in the car driving probably nowhere, and I was the type of person that like no one brought me new music. I brought the new music because I knew everything. I was the manager of Tape World, and I'm like, no, I know good music. What? And they're like, no, Joe, you got to listen to this. And I'm like, all right. And you put on the tape, and it was Night to Remember. And I'm like, this ain't bad. And then the bass solo kicks in. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, who's that? You're like, and that's a chick. And I'm like, yeah, we said chick back then.
Yes.
And I was like, man. I was like, play me another tune. And that was it. Next day, went out to, I don't know what, probably vintage vinyl, and bought it on CD. I was like, and played the hell out of it and played it for everybody.
Now, did it come out? Did it come out in vinyl? Is it available in vinyl somewhere?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I'm gonna find that because I found out recently that that Mr. Reality was put out on LP. Uh, and I'm like, I got to get that now. And if I could find an American Angel album or the first Trickster record, by the way, goes for an S ton of money in vinyl form. If anyone could find that and it's cheaper, let me know. We'll pick that sucker up.
Well, wait, you said Mr. Reality. Now I got to put this out there because Mr. Reality put out an album, a great album, which sick, great album. It's something you would just backyard, fire, beer, Mr. Reality.
Yep.
And that's it. And have good friends and laugh and blah, blah. Great. Then they put out a disc called Sam Hill.
Sam Hill. What in Sam Hill?
No. It was called Sam Hill and never saw the light of day. It's almost like Bigfoot. And then they put out Highway 9. What in Sam Hill? So I knew that the Sam Hill, someone somewhere out there has got a CD of Sam Hill. Not What in Sam Hill. I got that one too, but Sam Hill, and I cannot find that. I've been trying for God knows how long.
I'm going to give you a boost here. Give me a quick mic check. I want to give you a little bit of volume.
I'm checking my mic.
Okay, cool. That's good. Nah.
And it just typing in the internet, it just unfortunately keep coming up to a dead end. So it keeps bringing me either one place or the other. But man, that album, that was such a good album.
Yeah, it's a great record. It's a great record. I actually have their promo photo signed to the right of me, which they sent to me, which Gordon sent to me. So, well, the story goes is that because I told this story a couple of times, I was actually good friends with Gordon Brown, Rob Tanico. I went to school with Rob Tanico, and my band, one of my early high school bands, actually rehearsed in Gordon Brown's house in his living room. His parents used to work late. I think unfortunately his dad had passed. And he played a red Gibson Explorer. I don't know if it was real or a copy, and he was just starting out. But he was a metalhead, and he let us rehearse and we needed a place to rehearse, and he let us rehearse in his living room. I was like, oh my God, I want to take advantage of this, but this is amazing. And he always was playing along with us with his amp. And I'm like, dude, he wasn't there yet. Which he became an amazing musician. But the story goes that after that band, broke up and stuff like this, and I went to other bands and so on and so forth, when him and my friend Rob Tanico, there's another side to this where you're going to get the true New Jersey story here, is that they were, I was playing drums with heavy sticks to work on my speed. What happened is that this is before you met me. What happened is that over the course of 2 years of playing with fiber sticks, the sticks were too heavy, and I had created serious carpal tunnel and issues with my wrists. I couldn't play drums. I couldn't even write my name. That's how bad it got. I had to sell my kit. So I had a massive 80s kit. So I sold it, went to St. Martin for 2 weeks, and got drunk with my girlfriend at the time. So that's how I drank a 12-piece Tama drum set, as the story goes. But what happens as soon as I came back from that, they came over to the house and wanted to sit down and talk. And they came downstairs and goes, "Where's your drum set?" I said, "Dude, I'm dealing with carpal tunnel. I can't even play right now." He goes, "Oh." Years go by. I asked him, I said, "Were you coming by to have," because they knew I also I was a backup singer. "Were you coming by to ask me to be the drummer in the band?" And they went, "Yeah." Pete Best. Pete Best, the Pete Best of Mr. Reality. So that's how that went. But here's the other thing. My best friend at the time, again, is before I met you, his name is Matt Kostick. He went and marries Rob Tanico's sister, and then goes to work for David Bryan in Bon Jovi. and
Yeah,
becomes part
no,
of
I
that
remember
team.
him.
Right. It becomes part, you met Matt. It becomes part of that whole team. So this whole thing that we talk about and that we were kind of on the outskirts of, in some way, shape, or form is all linked in, which is crazy. So that's why I was like, we got to put this show together, because the stories that we have that tie in so much to the fabric of the New Jersey music scene and what went on during that time and how amazing it was. And to have all these people on the show, to which we will, you can guarantee that, to go through that, I think is perfect. I think it's perfect for this time. So, a couple other things that we're going to talk about, that we're actually going to be doing benefits. We're not going to be selfish in our endeavors here. As always, for years, 99 WNRR, we've done radiothons that have to do with autism, to which is something that you'll find that me and Joe both speak out about, and something we know a tremendous amount about, and something that we also, as far as ignorance, don't tolerate. So if you find us to be a hard line on on issues, where it comes to ignorance of others, understand that we're here to educate as many people as well. So there is a purpose to what we do as well, and proud to do that. But we're going to be doing a couple other things, which we're going to announce a little bit later in the series, maybe in about a month, when everything gets fleshed out, because we're talking to corporate stuff right now, as far as what this whole program is going to be. And it's going to be amazing once it kicks off. Joe doesn't even know yet.
No.
So, otherwise, how was your Memorial Day?
It was great, man. Just good people, good music, sit around, chill, relax. All is well.
Cool. What was the beverage du jour?
No, it was just
Honey Jack.
Beer.
Honey Jack.
No. Usually do a shot of Jack before the people come over, and then it's beer. It's either it's a regular beer and then a beer with a kick to it. So I don't like going out and drinking 9 or 10 beers. That's too wasteful. If you just have one beer with a good 9-10% alcohol content, then you're a happy camper. Only needs one.
Spotting. Love spotting. Miss FX is actually on the other side of the glass.
Hi, congratulations, guys.
Oh, thank you very much. She's on the other side of the glass. She decided to sit, considering she's got her segment she's got to do, so people know what she's talking about. It's 9:32 here on the East Coast of New Jersey. Good to be with you here on not only the YouTube, but on 99WNRR.com. What's going on?
Can I actually really tell you while I sat down?
Why did you sit down?
Because I'm only listening to you, and I have no idea what's going on the other side. I can't hear Joe, so I thought I would sit.
You got to put the cans on.
I did. I sat down. He thinks I sat down to do my segment. I sat down so I could hear what the other side of this show is talking about, because all I can hear is you all the time. I get to hear you all the time.
Jeez.
Oh, I've been told I have a voice for radio, so it needs to be spread like butter.
You have a face for radio too, Joe.
Oh, I've been told that too as well.
the dulcet tones of Joe.
Yes. A voice so soothing, so smooth, you can compare it to Michael Bolton. And who here does not like Michael Bolton?
I can tell you that some of the listeners of my show do not. I think it's been spoken out about frequently, actually.
No. That's a voice that touches the soul and rubs the heart the right way.
The heart, I'm sure.
So I want to be democratic about this. So Miss Effects, you're going to pick somebody in the chat room that Joe is going to play for when we kick off Sports Ball in about 6 minutes.
Okay.
No, actually 10 minutes.
Can you tell me when I'm coming on?
No.
All right.
Maybe right after that.
Okay. So that means I should log into the chat.
You should log into the chat. Why not?
Okay.
So the other thing we'll do for you guys, actually, give us one cool request. This is going to be an eclectic show. We'll play it for you. It is a radio show after all. We're just simulcasting on YouTube, so you guys could join the chat as well. I'm going to see if we get asking any questions in the chat room? Not yet. Okay, fine, cool. Thank you so much for checking us out here on the YouTube. Like I said, it took a while to get both working at the same time, and about 2 to 3 weeks worth of head eggs.
Far too much time.
Can't hear Joe at all. I'm listening on Alexa. Can't hear Joe. Is he faint or can't hear it? Can you guys hear Joe at all? Hey, everybody in the chat room, can you hear Joe?
As we were saying.
Yeah, not sure.
Can you crank up your mic, sir?
I know I can hear him, but I'm hearing him through our board. So,
well, if he's going through the board, I've got him cranked and people are hearing him. Can you guys hear him in the chat room on 99 WNRR? You guys got him?
Live chat feedback.
Live
please.
chat feedback, as we always do.
Should I crank it up to 11?
I got you cranked up here, going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you
Boom.
cranked.
Boom.
Not as loud. You're not going to be as loud as me because I'm here live, but I'm kind of loud. So,
but I got everything up.
Yeah, exactly. So
we'll see how to go.
Nice. Can't hear Joe. Can't hear Joe. Nope.
Not at all.
Why not? What about now?
Oh. How about now?
How about now? Can you hear Joe? Can you hear Joe at all now? All this time.
All this time.
The river flows.
And I was laying on such, being so informative, and it's just now gone, just dissipated.
Well, people on YouTube are watching and listening. They can see and hear both of you, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, they can definitely hear us on the YouTube.
Well, then that's a good thing.
Now, finally, yes. Greg says barely. Is it barely or finally? Can you hear him or can you hear him?
Oh, God.
This is where
it's called a test show.
It's called a test show. This is it's called a pilot.
The pilot episode.
Yeah, but what they said is that the pilot is like almost he should be is like probably really drunk right now and not knowing where he's flying the plane.
Oh, there's alcohol?
No, it might be.
There he is. So you go. So all right, so I'm gonna try I'm gonna try this now. So hold on.
Yippee.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do a marker now at 9:39. Guys, can you still hear Joe?
It is 9:39. Can you hear me now? How about now?
At 9:39, can you still hear him?
I'll start talking some more.
Please tell me.
I got Amara. Sounds good now. Just spoke to our friends who are watching on the YouTube.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much.
This thing is getting way.
Now we have to start all over again. Start with the
story.
Okay.
It's
many years ago. We worked at Tape World.
Tape World. My God. So. Thank God I don't know how to show.
Which, by the way, I was the manager of.
Okay.
And
I think there should be a movie. I think we should have a movie.
It is. It's out. It's called Clerks.
Yeah, pretty much. Except we did it first.
Yeah, exactly. We were Clerks before Clerks.
And not for nothing. I think I'm a little bit better looking than Dante. But, just saying. But, just in a store dealing with people. So much fun.
Yes, it was. It was. And there will always be one thing. Matter of fact, it's going to be a T-shirt, which you guys can actually. There was one thing that that was prevalent in all of our time working at Tape World. There was a saying that went across that really defined our relationship over those years, and it carried into our relationship even today. And those words are.
Was it "You got any queen" or was it Mike register? That's what I did all day. That was.
Did you put that on a shirt?
That should be. It should be on a shirt. Mike, register. So you guys come to know this. The WTF show. Our relationship was predicated on two words. Mike,
register. That was my job as the manager. Sit in the back, Z out the register, which I never did. Count the money, promote obscure music that nobody liked, and made sure somebody else was doing the register.
Exactly.
Mike, register.
That was my job. That was my job.
Yeah, that was it.
And you know what? I loved every second of it. And that's why I stayed.
Well, yeah, because then afterwards we went to
Oh.
Chi Chi's and
Exactly. And God knows what happens after that.
Is that the
oh,
Chi-Chi's with the tatas?
Could be.
no, here you go. This is I will never forget this. Is Mr. Smart over here. We go to Chi Chi's and he makes a famous quote. He tells the waiter, which by the way, the waiter was probably like, I had 10 minutes to the end of my shift and you schmucks walked in. Yeah. And Mike's like, I tell you what, give us a pitcher of margaritas every 7 minutes until one of us passes out, then every 10 minutes. And the guy kind of nods and goes, okay, yeah, sure. Out comes a pitcher of margaritas. Sure enough, didn't even touch it, didn't even dent it because I don't drink margaritas. Sure enough, another one comes following. And the guy's like, you said 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, I was bad.
Oh, man.
I was bad.
Yeah.
I was bad. I have nothing to say right now to my children. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. I had a few words to say that night.
I think maybe. So yes, and this was before it was famously put on by what's his face in the movie.
Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he sat down and
Yep. And it was also redone. What's it? Right. All right. All right. What's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street.
Ah,
Bring us 2 martinis until somebody passes out. So yeah, it did work that way. So, but that's where that's what started. Yeah,
It
he
originated
was
with
pissed.
you at the Chili's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I did it each time.
Oh, Chi-Chi's, sorry.
Chi-Chi's.
Each time I did it, because it was what, like $8 for a pitcher of margaritas or some shit like back then.
something like that. But
Something like that. It's like you're not gonna down. I just had a long day on working in the mall, at a tape store.
at the register.
At the register, I'm so burnt up, so burnt out. Give me a pitcher of margaritas. Yes, because that's what I want to do. Well, give them again. They didn't have the cool beers that you had. Then again, I didn't discover Guinness back in. My bad.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
They had crap beers. I'm sorry. What, I was drinking Schlitz? I mean, really? What was else? Bartles and James. I was sipping wine coolers. Better yet, how about this? I'll drink a Zima.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make fun of me and my grandpa like that.
I remember Zima. We went on a vacation once down upstate New York, and years ago, nice little resort. We wanted to get away from everything. That's where you went. And we go up, bring a case of beer, hang out and get stupid every night. And went to the supermarket. I'm like, what's this clear beer called Zima? All right, let's get it because it's something new. And then like a month later, it hit over in Jersey. And the next thing you know, they're selling it at JJ's. And everyone's being cool drinking Zima. And then they had to up the coolness and get okay, give me a shot of schnapps to put in with my Zima so my Zima has flavor.
Yes, can we have some De Kuipers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, was that you? Oh,
The Kuiper schnapps. Let's have some schnapps with
that's
our
not
Zima.
Me. That everyone paying attention. That's not me. That's her on the other side on the other table. That's her.
No. Once, yeah.
I just came to do my segment, and
did you pick anybody? Because we have 2 minutes before we go.
So am I supposed to pick somebody to compete against Joe? Is that what's going on?
Ew, LOL. Sean's laughing at your snort.
All right, Sean. Guess what? Sean Williamson, you are the person.
Okay, so here we go. This is one of the segments that we're going to do every single week. Again, this is the feeling out, the kind of pilot. We're having some fun.
Yeah.
This is called Sports Ball. So if you want to hear the opening and everything else, the fun stuff that goes with it, tune in to the radio portion of the show. Otherwise, thank you for staying with us on YouTube. We're going to take you probably a little long ways to for the program. We're usually going to go 2 hours every single Wednesday night starting at 9. Whether we go 2 hours tonight, maybe we're just getting the feel of this, and you're kind of ingratiating yourselves to how we're going to do the show and the music that we're going to play, and if we ever get to music, but we promise that. And so right now we'll give you the opening of our segment and our game show called Sports Ball begins now. Got a little loud. See, that's why. And that's why you got to play when you play the music. You got to kind of move. Now, I got to really work the board. All right, good, everybody. This is a game called Sports Ball that we play where our special our special questions for Joe will be playing for Mr.
Sean
Sean
Williamson.
Williamson. And if he gets these, and if Joe gets these now, he's working for you guys. This is your chance to get to know Joe. For those of you guys who just know Miss Effects and those of you guys who tuning in, if you don't know Joe, here's your chance to get to know Joe. He's playing for you guys, and he wants to give you some WTF swag. We're going to be giving you away our official mug that we have right now. It's in our store. If you want to pick it up, of course, we got to support what we do. And also a t-shirt, a dog tag, and a couple of other cool things. But we're going to put some goodies inside of that mug when we ship it to you. So here we go. The first question.
Okay.
First of all, Joe, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The first question in sports ball is, what sport do the New York Yankees play?
Oh my God, I'm not that bad. They play for baseball.
They play for baseball, so congratulations.
Yeah, a little credit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to. The first question is a little bit easier.
He softened the blow.
He
Congratulations.
kicked it through the field goal in center field during a hat trick.
We'll bring that back.
All right. How many does he get? 3?
No, there's 5 questions.
Five
Yeah,
questions.
you got to work your way up.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the next one.
And he has to get all 5 for Sean to win the swag.
Yes. That's okay. Right. Here we go.
Okay.
Second question. To true or false? True or false? False. Hockey is played with a hard, round, black piece of plastic called a scron.
Called a what?
Called a scron.
Can you use that word in a sentence? A scron?
S-K-R-O-N. Hockey is played with a black, round, hard piece of plastic called a scron. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
Out. I cannot believe this. See? Oh, the question. Okay, Miss Effects, I'm going to give this to
and
you.
I thought about that too.
You know, I am a giving individual. And I always like to give people second chances because that's who I am.
So are we giving Joe a third question?
Since Miss Effects happens to be right in back of Joe, as far as my vantage point, I am going to let Miss Effects try to answer question 2 to continue this game. Why? Because I got 3 other killer questions and I'm not letting the game show end.
True. Okay.
All right. So true or false, Miss Effects?
It's false. It's a puck.
It's called a puck. That's right.
But whatever. You got a football and you got a pigskin. So I thought it was one of those slang terms you use.
Okay, here we go. Question number 3. An official NBA basketball is what color? An official NBA basketball is what color? He doesn't have a phone in front of him. He's not cheating like some other people that sit there in game shows. He is like completely like.
Oh, you mean like Stump Artifacts?
Yeah, like Stump Artifacts. Like I cheat like hell.
Yeah, except I don't get bitter if I get it wrong. Isn't it like that brownish tan color? You know, like
it's orange brown. We'll give it to him anyway. Yeah. Orange. Yes. Close. Brown, orange, the same family.
Sure.
Tannish.
Just brown is just light orange, and
burnt
orange is just burnt orange.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right. Number 4. Here we go. This is a multiple choice question here for Joe, playing for Mr. Williamson again, right?
Yes.
Sean? Yes. Okay.
Sean Williams.
Okay. So question number 4. Is Bjorn Borg a famous hockey player, tennis player, or skier?
Tennis.
Excuse me?
Tennis player.
Ah! You guys, well done. Well done.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, here we go. You have. Did you play baseball?
Yes.
Okay, you did play baseball. Did you have a team that you followed?
No.
You didn't follow a team. You played baseball, but you never followed a team.
No.
Okay. I was going to bad lib this one based on your experience as a baseball player. Okay. But I will do it anyway. Here we go. Your final question for the swag for Sean is, what's it called if a runner is tagged out at second and then a runner is tagged out at first, whether it be ground ball, a line drive?
Double play.
Is it a double play? Is it a double play?
It's a double play.
It's a double play.
Yeah, not that bad.
It's a double play.
I got the basics down.
This is the first week. He had to,
These questions really aren't breaking the bank here, Chris.
No.
I'm talking about. So congratulations.
No, but we can get
Sean.
harder as time goes on.
Oh, believe me, he's going to have home. I figured give me about 12, 13 shows in. I'll have him like watching like ESPN late at night. Mara's going to kill me. Yeah. He'd be like, oh, I got to learn more. So congratulations, Sean. You're going to get the official mug, which is available right now in our store, supporting what we do. And like I said, we're going to unveil a very, very cool, very, very important program that's going to be helping others through stuff that you guys already own. So we'll be talking more about that later on.
Sean is to messenger me his address for that swag.
Yes.
Allow a few weeks.
Yes, allow a few weeks for delivery, but we are going to set it here, stuff it with some cool swag, and send it right out to you, Sean.
And enjoy it.
And enjoy it. Drink while you're having some fun. Guys, thank you so much. Let me see. What do we got here? Someone's in the chat texting right now. So, all right. Sean says, all right. So congratulations, bud, on the swag. Yeah, happy. It's pretty cool. Because the station, the guys that have that are on the show should have swag. So I'm going to be ordering some mugs anyway.
Pet Vet says for Joe's benefit, maybe stick to bowling questions. That'd be no fun. Pet
Vet says
no
stick
fun.
to bowling questions.
Yeah, no.
No fun.
So we're going to, like I said, we're going to be doing a few different things at 9:52. We're going to be doing smashes and trashes. So you're going to hear brand new music here on the show. We're going to give you our vinyl pick of the week for both of us. So pay attention to the socials, and it's reasons like, oh, I know people say, another page to follow. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, that's cool. That's great. It's going to give you a link and kind of an idea of where we're going to go and talk about the next show. Because we definitely don't want to repeat ourselves. It's like, oh my God, they're telling the same story again. That's not going to happen. But there are so many instances that kind of link all this music together. And that's what we want to share. So we're going to be unearthing a lot of this stuff ourselves. So we're talking about vinyl song of the week. You'll see that posted as well. And this is stuff that we pick collectively. It's not just one person. That's why we separate on the vinyl, because Joe's collection is way eclectic. I kind of like listen to the kind of stuff that most people listen to like back in the day, but I like sticking to the year 1981. So if we were to talk about years right off the bat, and I would like to segue into this quick segment. Best year for music in the 80s, because we're talking about specifically the 80s.
Best year.
Oh, best year. And you guys can in the Miss Effects got opinion. That's what you guys have. You guys want to chat us up here on YouTube and give us your thoughts. And everybody else, to find out, let us know what your favorite year is. We know ours. I know mine. I don't know what Joe's might differ.
That's a tough one, because
that's a tough one.
Everything just poured out into the 80s.
Yeah, but you think about the stuff that broke between 80 and 82. I use those albums as such. They're so influential to me. I mean, I was a freshman in high school, was really starting to get to know music. So, and it was kind of the beginning, because in 82 you had Number of the Beast and Screaming for Vengeance, and you had High and Dry, and obviously Back in Black in 80, and then you had you got For Those About to Rock. So that whole, the First Asia record in 82 as well. So, but the lead into that was so important to me as far as the music goes. The Police, the Knack, that whole section. To me, I Don't Say No. I have a bunch of albums from 1981. For me, it's either 81 or 84 is the big year.
A few of us answered 84. Me,
84,
Sean.
84 is really tough. I give
Greg says 87.
87. So I give a slight edge.
Chase says 87.
Chase says 87.
He says 87 earlier, and then he says 2010. But yeah, sticking with the 80s to 87. Yes.
So I will go just off the top of my head. Okay. 1981, Moving Pictures, Tattoo You, Face Value, October, Freeze Frame, Paradise Theater, Abacab, Diary of a Madman, For Those About to Rock, Killers, Ghost in the Machine, Belladonna, Beauty and the Beat, Fair Warning, Private Eyes, Escape, though Too Fast for Love, Hard Promises from Tom Petty. I look at all those, Trust, Elvis Costello. I look at all of those collectively, the different varied, and the bands were starting to really hit strides, putting their best stuff out there. Even Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin gave us some of the classics there. But to me it was 81. Now, for those of you who argued 84,
3 of us, mind you.
Okay, this is what we have for 84. You have 1984. To me, the best album of 84, Power Slave. You have Reckoning by REM. You have Reckless by Bryan Adams. You have Perfect Stranger by Deep Purple. You have Dio, Last in Line. You have Purple Rain. You have Born in the USA, Private Dancer, Grace Under Pressure, Some Great Reward, Out of the Cellar. You got The Works by Queen, Slide It In by Whitesnake, Street Talk by Steve Perry, The Swing by INXS. You have The Unforgettable Fire, Ride the Lightning, Defenders of the Faith, Love at First Sting with Scorpions. To me, it's one of the top ones. Age of Provocateur from Foreigner, A Tooth and Nail by Dokken. So I could see Stay Hungry by Twisted Sister, and a few other classic
Winning.
ones. I still go 81, because I didn't say Don't Say No in that one as well, and I didn't say Foreigner 4 as well, which was 81. So to me, as far as those iconic records, 81 to me is still way better, just by an edge. You guys' thoughts? You guys picked 81. What other one? So Joe,
and 87 was the third.
87 was the third. Let's look at 87. No love to anybody else. No other years, huh?
No,
okay, 87, you have Joshua Tree. You have Appetite for Destruction, Music for the Masses. You have Faith by George Michael. You have INXS, Kick, Tunnel of Love, Bruce Springsteen. You have Electric by The Cult, The Lion and the Cobra by Sinead O'Connor, Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue. You have The Lonesome Jubilee by John Mellencamp. Let me see. You have great albums by Helloween and Napalm Death as well. Anthrax, Among the Living, of course, the classic Whitesnake 1987 record. Bad Animals was also a pretty good record. Permanent Vacation from Aerosmith. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Cure, probably maybe their best record. Document by REM. Sister with Sonic Youth. The Smiths with a great record. Sign of the Times, Prince. You got Hysteria. You have Bad by Michael Jackson. Tango in the Night. Momentary Lapse of Reason by Pink Floyd. Nothing Like the Sun by Sting. So
I see where its credit is.
I see where it's got some cred. It's got some cred. I think as far as when you look at iconic records, right? As far as like what the bands are known for, like the Joshua Tree is U2, right? Appetite for Destruction is Guns N' Roses. Mm-hmm. George Michael is Faith. INXS is Kick. Def Leppard, unfortunately, since Pyromania is better for me, but Hysteria. So
are we just talking like a better year, or is this like personal preference? Because like 81 put out good music. Not too many people knew about it. But then once MTV took over, everybody got so interested in all these new bands, and everybody was checking out all this new music.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was that cross between when you get to 80 to 81.
Not the popularity of it, but the quality of it. That's what the question is. What was the better year for music? Not how it took by storm, but the actual quality of the output.
I mean, just take in 1980 for Joe's point. Scary Monsters by David Bowie, Ace of Spades, Motorhead, Boy, U2. I mean, these are landmark records for those bands. Permanent Waves by Rush, Freedom of Choice, Devo, Iron Maiden, their debut record, Making Movies, Dire Straits, an iconic record. Love Stinks. Let me see. You got the Cramps that came out, Women and Children First, Crimes of Passion by Pat Benatar, British Steel with Blizzard of Oz, Emotion.
Oh, you're leaving out Kiss Unmasked. The legendary album there.
Back in Black, The River, and you got the early cult stuff. So very developmental. Queen, The Game, Glass House is empty glass. So you have, but like I said, there's that growth period. And I said that's my perspective. I love 81. I will always love 81 over 84, even though 84 has probably two of my favorite records. But 81 collectively to me is better. But they're good selections. I think you can't go wrong with any of those years.
I'm taking leave because this is your show, so you just let me know when you're ready for me.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Oh, you're going to tell me you're ready for me.
Every once in a while, you're going to hear this wonderful thing pop up, and it's going to be a drinking tip from the one and only Miss Effects. Here's some Irish drinking tips.
Well, hello, loves, and welcome to Miss Effects' Irish Drinking Tips. Let's talk about the wankers in the office today. The people who think they don't need to make an appointment to see the damn doctor yesterday, but yes, they did, because they had to. But did they make an appointment to come see me? To go visit their mom, even? They must have made the appointment, their mom. But to come see me? No! They just walk right up and demand me time. Must have been 3 or 4 of them wankers today. So what do? You come home, you make yourself a whiskey drink. She drinks a vodka drink. I keep wanting that to be my lead song.
You must be drinking right now.
I must be drinking.
You must be drinking right now.
You know what? Forget about all that's gone on. Pour yourself an Irish lemonade. Do you know how to do the Irish lemonade?
I know how they did it when we were in Ireland.
So that's a red lemonade. Did you know you can only get the red lemonade in Ireland?
But you can try to make it.
It's tea. No. What you did was fake. It's a T&K red lemonade and the whiskey.
What's the tea?
The tea. No, it's called T&K. T&K red lemonade. You got to look it up. Can't get it here in the United States. T&K red lemonade.
T&K red lemonade.
Yes, you must look it up.
Okay. So we need to try to get that. Then.
It's just that and the whiskey. You
cannot
get it. No, you cannot get it.
You can't get it?
No.
Not even through Amazon?
Only in the... No. It's an import that's on... No, you can't get it. Can't get it. But honestly, they say in Making the Whiskey that it's only 1/3.
How about this? When we go to Athlone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I drink a whole lot of it and have enough for a whole year.
When we go back to... every time I hear this music, I just want to drink.
So we go back to Athlone.
Let's go. Let's drink.
No, but here's my issue with the whiskey drink. Here's my issue.
All right.
They say 1/3 parts whiskey.
Yeah.
And the rest, the lemonade. That's just not right.
Okay, so
just 1/3 parts.
So let me ask you this question. As a frame of reference, when we go back in October, why not? There's this place, and I will definitely talk about Ireland all the time. And maybe this is cool that I get the chance to do this now. There's a place in Athlone, if you look it up, called Sean's Bar. and the proprietor, the guy's name's Timmy, and he's incredible. He's just a wonderful person. And
You can watch Timmy on YouTube.
You can watch Timmy on YouTube. He's gotten interviewed plenty of times. It is literally bars do this just to get popularity. You know, it's the oldest bar, but it's actually been on Guinness. They've come in, they've taken a look in the walls and stuff like that and opened the place up. And so he is technically the oldest bar in Ireland, and could be the oldest.
No, it's in the world.
In the world. Sorry. Yeah.
900.
It was the first walls were put up in 900. So, but he's got a whiskey that I'm going to bring back for Joe, and he's just going to love this. Their whiskey is just sick. You can get it by mail order. You can't get it in a store here.
Whiskey good. Whiskey good.
Whiskey, yeah. Especially this is amazing whiskey. But you could always ask us. You also got your red lemonade. Why are we sipping right there in Athlone talking to Timmy?
We'll be drinking it and talking to Timmy. I take my leave of you all. Watch those wankers, okay?
Okay. Do yourself a favor. Just stay clear of them and just have a good time. Okay. Thank you very much.
This has been Miss FX's Irish Drinking Tips.
Okay. All right. You can go.
Peace out.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Miss FX's Irish Drinking Tips. So we were working for a while last night on that opening and saying, it doesn't work. And we're like, nah, it doesn't work. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Who doesn't like drinking?
Oh boy.
Now you got me thinking and everything. Now I'm like, what was a good year of music? Because back in '81, I had the blinders on. I only knew of one band, and that was it. And
yeah,
I hung out with people who knew the one band, and that was it. It wasn't until a few years later where I started appreciating other bands and taking in all that music. I was pretty much late to the party when it came to the music thing, because while everybody was listening to the big stuff, I was like, hey, I got this Frank Zappa album you should hear.
Okay. Guys, I'm sorry, I want to let you finish that thought in a second. If you want to get into the program, if you want to, and even request a song, if you want to come and listen, go to our website, 99WNRR.com. That's 99WNRR.com. And you'll just click the buttons. There's a listen live button. There is a chat button, which will take you right to the chat room. Doesn't cost you anything. You just put your name in, and you can go as an alias or whatever name you want to use, and you can come talk to us as well while we're doing this live stream simulcast, as well as doing it via. So you can join us there in the chat room, and love to hear from you guys. So I'm going to take a screen grab right now so I can join you guys in the chat room a little bit of Mr. Sean Williams' address, so we could send out the gentleman's swag. So congratulations to Sean. Appreciate that, brother. So I'm going to let you finish up your thought right there.
Yeah, like I was saying, because I was that kid that always wanted to. Everybody knew Maiden, and everybody knew Metallica, and everybody knew this, and I'm like, oh, did you ever hear of Frank Zappa? He's pretty cool. I got this band called Tangerine Dream. You guys got to hear that. Nothing like soothing elevator music compared to, I don't know, Metallica. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. So I was really, really late to the show. I was late to the party. I was too busy being stupid.
Yeah.
Narrow-minded. And then thankfully it opened up, and I, listened to much, much more bands and was able to appreciate much more as I got older. And then when I really got older, that's when I started really appreciating all the better stuff. But back then, yeah, I never really thought it was like, when's the next Kix album coming out? Let's okay. We got Unmasked. Yippee. Great album. Regardless, great album. And then, okay, what do we got next, guys? Ooh, The Elder. Great album. And it's like, yeah, I was too busy listening to a lot of progressive stuff.
Yeah.
and so forth, and stuff nobody really listened to. So, and then of course, me being me, I had to be me and be difficult and be like, oh no, that's not a good band. I know a good band. No, 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 no. That's not a good album. I know a good album. So thankfully I grew out of that. Took some time, but I grew out of that. But yeah, I never really gave that much thought of like, oh, what was a good year? Because I was too busy just enjoying it. Just like, oh yeah, this is a good album. I'll take this. I'll take that. So it was always good. Didn't really, oh, now I'm gonna be up at 2 a.m. thinking about all this stuff now. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Figuring out when was a good year of music.
No problem. No problem. Someone asked in the what do you call it, the chat room. So if you see me guys turning away from the camera, I don't mean to just be disrespectful, because I know you were we're simulcasting on the YouTube as well as the radio station. But let me see. Love it for a sight. Yeah, Mara was just sharing the first trip. Somebody in the chat room called Coach Jackie said, "Is the bar on Eucalyptus Street in Ireland? Is that eucalyptus?
Ah,
Is that a joke?
No, it's a joke where there's a car accident on a road and the driver calls 911. It says, yeah, there was an accident. Yeah, you need to send an ambulance, what have you. And 911 says, okay, where are you located? And they said, oh, I'm on Eucalyptus Street. And the operator says, can you spell that? The guy's like, never mind. I'm going to move him to Pine. Bring the body over to Pine Street. That's, lovely Coach Jackie.
Okay.
Lovely Coach Jackie at the East West Karate, Trevose, PA.
I gotta tell you, I can't wait. I can't wait to get to the Commonwealth. As much as I love and grew up here and everything about it, and was, all the memories are awesome. Not one of them do I regret, but I do love everything about the Commonwealth, especially the Berg. So hopefully one day I can retire in peace out in the Berg. But here's the thing that I heard today. By the way, the Berg is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The one thing I heard today, and I know this is off to the side for just a second, but about 3 years ago, we were starting to look for a place out there, and I have since found out that there has been such, and I told people this, and I didn't listen to my own advice, is that there's been such an influx of young professionals just out of school, because the economy is booming out there, and it's been booming for the past 5-6 years, that young people from New York, from North Jersey, California, Toronto, Boston, and also Florida have flooded into Pittsburgh, and the culture is changing.
I remember you telling me this.
They're now the land of where people don't mind to pay $4,000 rents and $10 coffees. If you know anything about Pittsburgh, that's not that place. It's a very family-esque orientated place, and it's pretty much a slice of heaven on earth. There's just it's clean. People are very nice to you all over the place, and hopefully this new element doesn't ruin it.
And Pittsburgh is known for their football team, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
The Pittsburgh, yes, which is true. The Steelers were originally the Pirates.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Steelers were originally the Pirates. That's an actual fact. That's actually correct. They were named the Pirates, and then when they became the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates took their name. Baseball team, which had to become one because Pittsburgh Pirates started in 1869, so football was around a long time. So anyway, enough about the Berg, you guys. But we'll send some pictures. So because we're making the family excursion in the end of August, as we do every year, up to the Berg to spend 3 to 4 days up in the mountains. Anyway, we're going to talk about vinyl for a second, and some of the recent things I've been on this journey of actually recovering the record set that I used to have before my parents moved and kind of left all my vinyl back in the house and moved. And so many, even my dad's like Clay 78s. I'm like, Why didn't you take them with you? Anyway, so a lot of that stuff never made it. So when time comes to, where's the records? They're not there. So I've been slowly rebuilding that record collection back, and couple more here and there, but finally getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm about 3 albums away from having the collection that I had prior to that. And there are 3 remaining. One's Power Slave on vinyl. Can't believe I don't have that yet. Duran Duran, Rio, classic record. Don't mess. And the heavy metal soundtrack, to which I know you have.
Oh yeah.
You do have that.
Yeah, I have.
Do you have Duran Duran Rio on vinyl?
No, wait, I might. I'll have to double check.
Because that is very, very difficult to get right now. And the prices are actually pretty stout for a Duran Duran record. Yeah, it's very hard to get because of the Patrick
records today are high to get.
Yeah, true.
It's first of all, there's no place to buy them anymore. You got to go to you go to Target and Walmart, and they got that small end cap with all these reissues and reprints, or you go to FYE, and it's all this stuff. And it's unreal. I was telling you this the other day. Walked into FYE, thumbed through the records because part of me still is like, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. And albums today, you got to add the sugar, you got to add the spice, you got to add the bill, you got to make the package look bigger so they can justify it for the price they're asking for. And it's just unreal that you can't, there's really no selection. It's the new Taylor Swift album and then all this other stuff that no one really, already has at that point or should have at that point. But we went into a store, thumbing through the records, and Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. One album, no added bells, no added whistles, no colored vinyl, no limited edition press, nothing. It was just the album wrapped in plastic, and I flipped it over. It was $40. Brand new, wrapping Guns N' Roses. $40 for one album. I'm like, what person who's going to get back into vinyl, who wants to start collecting vinyl, or recollect, or do whatever, is going to dump $40 on one record, regardless. Yeah, it's Guns N' Roses to some, yeah, but it's unreal. How do you justify that?
Yeah, that is some of the things. You should take a trip.
No, last time we took a trip looking for a record.
You should take a trip.
Oh,
I'm just saying you should take a trip. There's a place down here in Bayville called the Vinyl Dinosaur. And he's got a pretty damn good selection. And he's only between 5 and 20 on some of these records. Some of the real hard stuff to find, like if you're going Vinnie Vincent's first record, it's up there for 45. I get it. It's very difficult to find, but there's a lot of stuff there that is like 5 and 10, and they're in prime condition. I also recommend eBay for $5 to $10 too, because there's a lot of great records on there.
Oh yeah, you can find that, and then
Vinyl Dinosaur down in Bayville, you got to check out. And also, he's got another one in Toms River, New Jersey. They're going to have this weekend, another a Toms River record riot, where it's like 40 tables of people trading and selling albums.
Oh.
That's up this weekend coming up. I believe it's a second. I'll confirm that. But yeah, that is pretty cool. And that's where I go. There is a lot of places down here, including what the Dinosaur, he not only has that, he has equipment that's been rebuilt, refurbished. I have a Marantz turntable rebuilt. It's awesome. So there's places that you got to go, but you got to pick and choose. There are more than a couple. Matter of fact, there are 4 in this immediate area down here on the shore that are excellent used vinyl in good shape. Great titles too. Lots of them. So take a trip down to the shore. Not that I want you guys to come. There's already so many people coming down here, down to the shore. I live in Barnegat, by the way. it's Memorial Day. Everyone's now coming, and we're so happy that everybody is coming down to the shore and taking up all the space and fighting us in our food lines at the shop, right? And taking up our line on the gas station and all those other things that we like to do on the weekend, and we can't move on Route 9. So thank you very much for doing that. We don't need your money.
Well, here now the question is these record stores, do they have the soundtrack? Do they have the soundtrack?
Do they have the soundtrack? Not the original soundtrack. They do have one of them, but not the original. They have
They don't have the one.
We do. They have, the original. No, they do not have. They do not have the vinyl Bible. No, they don't.
In my hand, and we put it down.
We had it, and we put it down because it was
drove. All right, here's the story. Mike and I, we had found out predates the phones, predates the interweb, predates all that stuff. No MapQuest. It was like, okay, dude, I found a record store, and they got the album.
Middletown, New Jersey.
They got the Valley Girl soundtrack we're looking for.
Route 30.
Notice how I said we. It's like, okay, good. Where are we going?
Route 35. Headed towards Red Bank. Yep.
We hit towns that were nowhere near Middletown. We drove for a couple hours driving around, figuring out what town are we in now? Where are we going from here? And it was a small hole in the wall mom and pop shop. And we driving around, and again, no cell phones. We always had to pull over and go, where are we going from here? And sticking our hands out the door, make a left here, make a right here. And we drove, and we walked into this with Scotty's Records. Was it Scotty's?
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's Records. And we walked in, hanging behind the cashier, top shelf, the Valley Girl soundtrack.
Yep.
The guy's like, can I help you? Pointed. I said, that's what we're here for. And the guy goes, no problem. He brought it down, threw it in her hands. Memory serves, he was like 120. And then I looked at you. I said, well, you wanted it. Here you go. Can't do it. Like you.
No, I could have done it. I'd have gotten thrown out, but I could have done it. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Just looking back, I was like, at the time I couldn't do it. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I was like, there you go, dude. All that driving, all that talking, and the guy just looked, smiled, put it back.
Yep. And what we're talking about is the Valley Girl soundtrack first issue.
Oh,
it was the hardest vinyl to find at the time. There's been remakes. You guys can see them. They've been out there, but the original Valley Girl soundtrack was impossible to find on vinyl. They didn't put it out in CD. And just
the blue cover with Nick's face on it on the cover.
Forget it. It was impossible to find, but he had one. It was an import. And it was back then, 89 we found it? 90?
Yeah, something like that.
So equal that to probably 3 times that amount. You're spending $360 for a record.
Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't happening. So
the plus side is we found it. So we had bragging rights to that.
It did exist. It wasn't something that that just materialized in our dreams. We didn't just dream that this vinyl existed. It really did happen. But that place was actually in Middletown on 35. It was Scotty's. I remember because half of my Tori Amos bootlegs came from that store. He had bootlegs like all over. He had so many shows. It was ridiculous. And this was before YouTube, boys and girls, where you actually had to go and buy a tape of a show, which you wouldn't believe how many shows I've actually have in cassettes behind me of shows that I recorded that used to be simulcast on the radio. Ton of bands that were in great shape. But this is what happened for those of you who don't know, or those of you who are new to this. Bootlegging used to happen when somebody used to walk into a concert with a tape recorder in their hand, an old school tape recorder cassette, hit record, and then hold it up during the whole show. That would be a bootleg. That was a raw bootleg. And people would make copies of it and say, here's live. And it was the worst. But just the opportunity to hear the band live. All you heard was,
Oh, it was
That's
the
all,
quality
that-
was just
that's all you heard. But just the opportunity to hear a band live to which you never got the opportunity because too poor to buy a ticket, or
Yeah.
they were sold. Here's another thing that happened: all the shows were sold out inside of 45 minutes. So if you weren't online, you weren't going to see them. And it was your chance.
back on the days we had to stood in line to get tickets.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't remember. I forgot which one we did. We stood online for one. Can't remember which one though. Can't remember which one. 1027 here. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to play a station ID because it's been a while. And then we come back more here on the WTF What's the Format? Talking more about vinyl here on the first segment here on 99 WNRR. There's not enough coffee in the world.
All right. Your volume's a little low. I'm having trouble hearing you a little bit.
And we're back here on the program. Thank you so much. A little quick. We had to get a station ID in there, and we'll be doing that a few times. So if you go to YouTube, and those of you who are checking us out on YouTube, thank you very much. We're going to do a few
Thank
more
you very
things
much.
for you guys as we go forward in this adventure called WTF. View your channel. If you go to that, you'll also see a bunch of different interviews that have been done by yours truly and a lot of the other team at 99 WNRR. You have my interview with Russell Hitchcock from Air Supply, Jake Kiska from Greta Van Fleet, Don Dokken himself, Lacey Sturm, Jim Crichton, the bassist from Saga, Richard Patrick from Filter, Chris Rorland from Sabaton, great band right there. Let me see, who else? Who else we got in here? Elisa Rid from Amaranth, Sharon Denadel from Within Temptation, Aaron Pauley from Of Mice and Men, Simone Simons from Epica, Jeremy Spencer from Five Finger Death Punch. Let me see who else. James Berg, James Durbin, if you remember him from American Idol and Quiet Riot. Wolf Hoffman from Accept. That was a pretty cool interview. And just a few cool ones. There's also Maddie Mullins, Michael Sweet from Striper is in there as well. That's an interesting one. And the first one did Blake Allison from Devour the Day. There are a bunch that we have not released. There are ones that we've done with Queensryche, Skid Row, LA Guns. A couple of them now are actually posthumously, but we will release them actually. We wanted to get permission from the band to do so. One was with Stephen Riley, the drummer who passed away last year. So we're going to be releasing those in the days to come, and you guys will see that on 99 WNRR and YouTube, and you'll be able to catch these. We're going to leave these episodes up for you guys to catch up what we're talking about. So it's, like I said, it's going to change each show. If I was going to say, dude, if there was a vinyl right now that you wanted to play, that your go-to vinyl that you would be putting on right now, what would it be?
My go-to vinyl.
Yeah. If I'd say, okay, right now your go-to vinyl is what are you playing the heck out of right now?
Oh man, that's a yeah. You can't put me on the spot like that because right now I'm in a Chicago kick.
Oh, nice. We were talking
but
about
only the first 10 Chicago albums.
First.
That's it.
There's albums after that. What do they have? Chicago?
Yes, there is, but
Chicago 2000.
I stop. I don't even listen to Hot Streets, but anything before Hot Streets, been listening to them for some reason. It just, I caught a documentary on the band and I started listening to them at a couple albums. I inherited a couple albums and just, it's, yeah. Right now, it's Chicago. Next week, it'll probably be something different as far as a go to, because it's just, yeah, it always changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in my younger days, I only knew the popular Chicago stuff. But then as I'm listening to it now and putting it on, it's just like that shit was good. And was real good. And it was unfortunate once the tragedy of Terry Kath, it just
Kath was
that's
just,
when everything just kind of went off, and then
Yeah.
Pete took over and it became Ballad City and let's lose the horn section and
yeah.
let's do all that. And then it just they kind of pulled themselves back together, and they're not, they're still going. So you got to give them credit for that much, at least. They're still going. So but right now, yeah, right now it's Chicago. I just picked up Chicago 6, 7, and said, yeah, let me listen. Let me listen to this.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now.
Okay. Tough call. If I was to say from a vinyl standpoint, the warmth of the record, I guess what I'm tuning right now is Hard Promises from Tom Petty. The Waiting, Woman in Love, Night Watchman, King's Road. The warmth of that record, it's a first pressing with the poster in it, so it was, and it's a good shape. I had bought one earlier from one of the stores, but it had a big skip in the warning. I'm like, that's not, I mean, the Waiting. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. A close second is Rage for Order by Queensryche. That's getting a lot.
Well, yeah,
that's getting a lot of airplay right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kept pushing. What was it? The Warning by Queensryche.
Yeah, that's another one that I don't have in the file. That's the one I always wanted. When I bought my first Queensryche vinyl, it was actually Rage for Order. It wasn't. I didn't have the Warning. I started buying metal around 85, 86. That was a record in 84. So I was catching up with a lot of the older stuff in 86. And that came out, Rage for Order. And you couldn't, and that was the thing. When the new albums came out, you bought the new albums, but you couldn't get some of the old records. They just sold the new stuff, remember?
Oh, yeah.
There, you didn't have a backlog of their entire catalog. The new albums came out, and you bought the new ones that was in the rack. It didn't have like the entire discography of Kiss in the rack. It had a couple of records, or Queensryche. They were gone, and that's the thing about them. And you can't get them that much anymore. That's why you got to go to eBay and find somebody who's and metal is the hardest to get out of all of the different genres when it comes to rebuilding your vinyl collection. I have found that getting a good quality metal album could be Queensryche, Priest, any of them, and it's very, very hard to get. Even Maiden, to get a quality one. Usually, people are keeping their metal records.
They are good because the majority of them are good.
Yeah, exactly. Although I did get a first pressing Wasp first record.
Oh, that first album is great.
So that's going to be hitting the turntable. I still haven't played it yet. Won't be played. Can't be played. Still
can't be played. No, don't even look at it. Don't. No.
Still got the tagger on it.
Still got the tagger on it. No.
So we're going to post those, what we're listening to. If there's any questions you guys have about vinyl, be glad to answer them too. So feel free to, you can email us. Did you know this? You can email us at WTF@WTFcast.com. That's WTF@WTFcast.com. And when the website is done, all the stuff that we post on the socials, you'll be able to see on the website. As far as what vinyl we're listening to, what we're talking about. We're going to have what we call a FUF, which is the effed up fact of the week. So that'll be coming up as well. We're going to be diving into maybe next week's episode. We're going to talk into the Sandler soundtracks, which is a favorite of Joe's. And we'll be talking into celebrity releases. We're talking those cheesy releases that TV celebrities and movie celebrities decided to say, hey, you know what? I could be a rock star too. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you know what I saw today? I saw the Linda Carter special in the outfit dancing.
Oh,
Dude,
to
I
the
was
Kiss
made
Disco song.
I was made for loving you. That graced my phone today. I couldn't. And it's the train wreck that you can't help. Now I love Linda Carter. You know,
Yeah.
this child of the 70s. Hello.
Yeah.
Linda Carter, and then there's everybody else. And
yeah, with the look and it just
but then when I saw that, I was just like, well, here goes your childhood. It's got blown to smithereens. I got 4 guys in Kiss makeup dancing around this, I don't know, Kiss of the Spider Woman thing going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, what do you say, dude? Let's call it a day. You got anything more you want to add? And then we'll pick up and work on next week's program already.
I'm just sitting here. I'm good.
With some facts and more to come next week. Guys, if you guys have a request that you want us to play for next week, let us know. We will have a Smash or Trash, which I want you guys to get involved in. Listen to the song, and we want your opinion. Me and Joe want to hear your opinion on the track. We're going to have those people on the show as well. We're going to start booking them for interview segments as part of the show. There's a lot going forward that we haven't completely gotten to and divulged, but we want to thank you guys for joining us here on the first episode of What's the Format. So guys, for me, for Joe.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go Irish. We'll see you guys later. God bless. Peace.
Yay sports.
Yay.
Peace out all. Catch you next.
You got it.